have a small cabal of people, and I'm just going to bring it up. You pretty much ignore them. However, these people are causing a lot of chaos in our community. They're consistently having a different outrage, and they're accusing you, and I've known you a while, you're not a racist, accusing Simi Valley and accusing you and council members of being racist because they don't get their way. Do you want to answer to their accusations?
I'd like to. Yeah, sure. Thank you very much. I want to talk about the very horrific incident that happened a couple weeks ago in our city.
Yeah.
Where we had some young white juveniles.
Punks.
They are, and I hate to say it this way, but they're punks. They use derogatory, racist speech when they were attacking a lone, from what I saw on the videos I saw, the guy was by himself, young black man, and I believe the black man was the only adult involved. Everybody else was a juvenile. Yeah, it was horrific. They used words they shouldn't have used. Is it a hate crime? I don't know. I don't know how those kids are. I don't never met any of them. I don't know their names. Only the kids that know them could say whether they're racist or not, but they did use words that racially charged, unacceptable language to use. And our city is hell-bent to make sure that they're prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law.
Understand, our police chief is a black man.
Yes, he is.
And he's a fabulous police chief.
He is. He's done a great job. He's turned the department around on a bunch of issues, and he's done a great job in our department. But this issue specifically has brought out some people, and I understand their anger. I do.
Right.
But when they direct it at us, to me, it's, okay, we're going to do everything we possibly can to get these kids prosecuted. Again, we're talking juveniles.
Right.
In California, especially in the last 5 years, as we spoke of before, Gavin Newsom and the legislature have dumbed down our criminal penalties so far that I don't see anything coming from this other than maybe a fine or community service for these juveniles. Police officers today can't even talk to a juvenile once they arrest him without a lawyer present, period. There's no more of this, call the parents, have the parents tell the kid that you're sorry or whatever. No, you got to have a lawyer. That is part of the juvenile justice system that California has right now. So their hands are tied. A lot of people come to the council meeting saying, they want justice immediately. They want this. It's not going to happen.
That's not the way the law works.
No, it is not. What's going to happen is these juveniles were cited and released because that is the procedure for juveniles. Unless it's like a murder, that is the procedure for juveniles. They are hardly ever kept in custody anymore. So they get cited and released. The police know who they are. They know where they live. They're not a flight risk. They will be held to answer by the district attorney. The district attorney will determine what level of crime what they did mounts to. My opinion, what it looked like was an aggravated battery. So it's a low-grade felony, high-grade misdemeanor. With the hate speech, or if the words they use, that is up to the district attorney to say whether that's a hate crime or not. But there's a lot of hoops to jump through to make something a hate crime.
Right.
Just using the language.
You've got to have a history.
There is. There's the history. Just using the language doesn't always make something jump up to a hate crime. And the people that came and screamed at our city council meetings, some were genuinely concerned. Some were just yelling.
Another day, another outrage. They're the same people that wanted to defund the police, if I remember correctly.
Yes, they were.
They just go from outrage to outrage to outrage. I think a lot of it's politically driven because they want to smear in order to take power themselves. I can say for the family of the man and for the man that was assaulted, we stand with you. We want justice for you. We all do. You're a city council member. It isn't your job to prosecute crime.
No.
And you have to let the process play out. So why do you think that these activists think that you have power to control what law enforcement does?
Well, their biggest mantra right now is that they're assuming that our police department is involved in this somehow because one of the children or one of the juveniles that was part of this thug gang was the son of a police officer in our city.
Okay.
They believe because of that, our police department is not going to do its due diligence and conduct this investigation thoroughly, which is a lie. It's not going to be that way.
Well, actually, he might be more harshly judged.
I believe so. That's always the way it is. When a cop gets accused of a crime, people think it gets swept under the rug. Yeah, that does happen. It probably happened a lot more in the past. But nowadays, cops are held to a much higher standard when you do something stupid.
Everything's on camera.
Yes. And this is not going to be swept under the rug. Once the police are done with their investigation, they will turn it over to the DA, and the DA will file it the way he files it. But again, I have to let everybody know that's watching that these are juveniles we're dealing with.
Right.
You're never going to know their names. You're never going to know what happened to them because they're not allowed to release that information.
Right.
And when they turn 18, their records will be scrubbed.